So I watched a couple of Warframe video recently about the new update and mostly about the debates whether or not the melee nerf were reasonable or harsh or whatever your opinion is on that. And there's a couple things. I watched a couple of interesting channel actually by accident. They come to similar conclusions as me. That essentially the point behind nerfing the melee was to make more money on it. And I will get to the point. Um, before I get there, I want to include one thing that a lot of white nuts do in their channel. I want to paint you a scenario. Have you ever watched the movie Inception when they plant the idea in your mind and you think that it's your own idea, but it's not? So this is actually some sneaky ass shit, right? So the moment you start watching their channel, right, a lot of these white knights will tell you this. I'm not a negative person, I'm a positive person. I try to stay positive, right? So right from the get-go, they associate uh, they associate negativity with criticism against the digital extreme and positivity with blindly agreeing with whatever they say, right? So if you are from the beginning, they'll tell you like as if they're a positive person and they are going there because they agree with you and everything. And if you disagree with them, if you have some kind of criticism against them, you're a negative person. There's a negative opinion, right? And I'm telling you, watch their channel and you will see them doing this. They literally try to tell you what is negative and what is positive thinking, right? If you ever take critical thinking in school and in college, you know what I'm talking about. So let's get past that. Let's get back to the point that a lot of these white knights will not tell you because it does not fit their narrative, right? It does not fit their point of view. So why do some of us think that DE nerf attack speed and critical chance because they want to make money? Well, the whole point behind this nerf was besides attack speed is because you can see the animations, right? So they want to nerf the attack speed across all the weapons because it was hard to see the animations or whatever the excuse was. It's irrelevant because the point is irrelevant because there's Rivens in the game. Rivens literally replace, let's say you cannot stack Arcane Fury with Berserker, but you can just get through the one. For me, I'll get rid of Berserker. I no longer use that mod. I will instead use Prime Fury. But if I want to get the weapon to the same speed, I will get a Riven and I will get the speed Riven, and hence the whole premises, the whole idea behind the nerf is irrelevant. It's literally makes no sense to do that nerf when you have the Riven in the game. But the reason they did that nerf, and I was watching, and some of the channels come to the same conclusion. Same goes for the crit. A lot of the weapons can no longer get crit, even if you have the crit mods with gladiator mods. You still will not be able to get the crit, right? If you can equip all of the gladiator mods on the Warframe, which almost no Warframe do, there's only a couple which are immortal, and you can just stack whatever you want on them, right? Like for example, Revenant. I have 3 gladiator mods on him because he just doesn't care. He doesn't need any kind of defensive mods. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of the weapons now cannot get red crit, and for you to get the red crits, you need the Riven. Again, the idea behind this is that means that there's going to be a new influx of Riven. Crit chance and attack speed Riven going to be in demand now, right? For a lot of the weapons. And it's going to be making them more money. And the whole point is that, back to the original what I was saying, these two nerfs were all about them making more money. It was not about it was nothing else but money. And I was watching the few couple of the updates, and it's not just that, right? That's one of the conclusions I come because there's no other reason behind the nerf. If it's because if the nerf was because like the developers say because the animation were going too fast, then why are the Rivens in the game? That makes no sense. It's like it breaks your whole point. But there's another thing that a lot of people are upset about. I was watching, and that is the part about why are the arcanes and guns are locked? Because you have to get more money for them. Obviously, why? Where else? It's because you either farm from that thing for whatever that called the little exalted thing that you install on your weapons. You can buy it from your You can buy the blueprints from your syndicate, I believe. Yeah, I have a bunch of blueprints for it. I actually have a couple of them as well because I never use them, but I have such an influx of syndicate points, so I just bought a bunch of the blueprints. I never build them because they cost a forma to build. Again, you can either buy them or build them yourself, but you're gonna need to build forma or build it yourself or buy it. So again, it's more money for them, and it's all because. And again, the White Knights will defend as well. The company needs to make some money somehow, right? Well, there's already boosters in the game. All kinds of boosters. You have affinity boosters. You have resource boosters. You have drop chain resource boosters. You have credit boosters. You have mod boosters, I believe. Mod drop booster. I'm not sure. I think it is in the game. You have all kinds of paywalls. Everything in this game is like behind a paywall. It takes you weeks to build a Warframe unless you want to speed up with some magic, and which magic is platinum. Platinum is literally magic in the game, which can speed it up everything for you, which is real money, right? All the paywalls, all the slots for the Warframes, all the slots for the weapons, all the actual web, everything, and that's still not enough. And you can see it's just greed. Now at this point, they're just getting greedy, Like this nerf is literally for them to make more money on the weapons again, for people to make new builds, for people to invest more money in the same weapons, rebuild them again, and buy the ribbon to get it back to the same power as before. But the White Knight channel not gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you this. I try to be a positive person. I try not to be negative. Again, distinguish between criticism and blindly following Warframe. Is you're a positive person if you blindly follow Warframe, right? They will. If you ask them, so they nerf the attack speed, but they're still Riven in the game. How does that make sense? I guarantee you they won't be able to answer that question or come out with some absolute gullible shit because it does not fit their narrative. Because this whole point of them nerfing it because of the attack speeds, there's the Ravens in the game. Anyways, I'm just repeating myself at this point. It was just funny to watch. There's a couple of channels I actually discovered was interesting because they had the same exact thought as I did. But majority obviously was a bunch of white knights who were just blindly agreeing with them being the I don't know, justice and righteousness is blindly following the, and you're a negative and terrible and pathetic person if you have some kind of criticism against the. Anyways, enjoy the game.